And for more on the mayoral race, we are joined live in studio by Jamaal Myers, councillor for Scarborough North, Ward 23. And Jamaal, you are endorsing Olivia Chow for this campaign. So first off, thanks for being here. It's good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Why have you decided to put your support behind Olivia Chow?
Well, I was really looking for someone who really understood what the residents in my ward of Ward 23, Scarborough North, were going through. Crises of affordability, things like safety concerns, and just making sure that Toronto has a kind of quality of life that works for its residents. And there was really one candidate, sort of that track record that I was looking for, and whom my residents were telling me over and over again, this is the candidate we like, and that was Olivia Chow.
And Olivia Chow on her platform, you know, she does touch a lot of the key issues that people are concerned about when you talk about affordability, housing, transit, even climate. But I found on her platform there wasn't too much that I could find about safety, and violence in our city is such an issue for so many people right now. I mean, is that a concern to you that maybe she's not touching on that issue enough?
Well, I mean, there's lots of ways you look at safety. So safety is a big topic. You look at safety from the TTC. So safety could mean things like making sure that there's appropriate lighting at TTC stops, making sure that we have reliable transit so that people aren't waiting alone at night. There's looking at issues like, you know, getting at the long-term solutions of poverty, which is the reason we have so much safety concerns in our city. It's also making sure that, you know, we're finding that right balance between investing in our police budget and investing in those social supports that our residents rely on to make sure that they don't get involved in criminal activity.
I'm going to ask as well, because Olivia Chow, you know, she does have a lot of plans and she has a lot of promises that she's made even in debates, but she has been criticized particularly by the other candidates for, you know, not being clear about how she's going to pay for all those plans or how much she's going to actually raise taxes. So is that a concern to you at all?
You know, I think really what we have to look at is any candidate who gets in is going to have to raise taxes. And any candidate who's telling you that they can't do that is just not being honest. It's just not mathematically possible with the budget we have, with the crises we face. Everyone's going to have to raise taxes. So it's how you go about doing it. What I like about Olivia's plan is that she's actually going to go to residents, ask them, what do you want your city to invest in? And then we'll set the tax rate. We've been doing the opposite for so long, where this is a tax rate and we try to make everything fit into that, you know, rate, and it doesn't really work. And, you know, you see the results. The city's, you know, not in a very good position. We're really not in a good financial position. The infrastructure of the city is falling apart, and more people feel like Toronto is no longer a city that's giving them opportunity, hope, and that's the reason a lot of us live here.
It's hard to talk about Olivia Chow without talking about the polls, because she's been so far ahead of all the other candidates. Even before she announced officially she was running, she was polling ahead. Why do you think that is?
I think she just has a track record. And I find like people who don't even necessarily agree with her policies, they know what they're getting. They know her values, they know her character, they know her integrity, and they know who she is. And people will take that versus people who are kind of wishy-washy or aren't forthright with who they are, what their values are, or what they plan on doing. And I think that's really helped her. She's been her true, authentic self. People have seen that, and people have responded to it well.
Just lastly, before I let you go, Jamaal, as someone who is in municipal politics, any advice for Olivia Chow if she were to win?
You know, keep true to your values. Remember the voters that you sent you there, and just remember that, you know, you'll have your whole council behind you, and you'll have your whole city behind you.
Okay, Jamaal Myers, thanks so much for taking the time today. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And of course, the election is on June 26th.